Hey guys, first Regardsman here, and so I'll be talking about the easiest Bulwark build for Space Marine 2 Patch 13 to dominate the hard strats and operations. Now, the main idea behind this build is armor regen with stuff like armor reinforcement and focus restoration, and triggering huge damage effects off of stuff like intimidating aura, because this perk is kind of nuts. And to achieve this goal, we will be using the heroic power fist Death's Grasp. Now, this is probably the easiest weapon in the entire game for new players, mainly because it's a fencing defense type on top of the heroic perk effect here called follow-up shot. Performing a finisher marks a nearby Majoris or higher enemy for a gun strike. Light attack damage increases by 200%, but charge attack damage decreases by 50%. Now, a 200% increase to your light attacks in this game is very substantial, and free gun strikes pairs perfectly with the perk over here, armor reinforcement, to give you back one armor segment for every non-finisher gun strike. So, really good option here for us, which is why I'll be using it today. And for the perk tree setup here, I do start off with the perk perpetual strength first, moving here into the perk heavy preparation. Heavy attack preparation times reduced by 30%, applies to the following attacks: thrust jab, back fist, hammer hook, back fist 2, and thrust jab 2. Now, even on a weapon with a 50% heavy attack damage reduction, you still pick this up because it is that strong, and honestly, the heavy attacks on even like a 50% reduction here are just that good. Next perk here is perpetual strength, over here into the perk perpetual strength again, and then I pick up the perk here, focused intention. When your health is below 30%, you take 50% less health damage while preparing heavy attacks. And now, this is one of the best damage reduction perks in the entire game, and your heavy attacks here are still quite strong like I mentioned before, so definitely grab this. Next perk here is absolutely mandatory. This is Tide of Battle. Power wave forward distance increases from 4 to 8 meters. This is actually 10 to 20 meters. The description here has been wrong for ages, and this basically turns your heavy attacks into range attacks, which is very useful even on this weapon. Next perk here is a following blow, down here into the perk Strength of Will. Then we go through here into combo and Majora's Slayer, and that's pretty much all there is for the Death's Grasp Power Fist. Now for the secondary here, I do take the newly buffed Plasma Pistol. Now this weapon actually got like a common shot buff of 30% this patch. It feels way better for damage on common shots now as a result, and you also have way higher contested health recovery on those common shots because of the base damage buff, which is super nice in this game. And also the firepower version here has the highest gun strike damage in the entire game of all, not the entire game, but not the entire game. Okay. Now, for the secondary weapon here, I do take the newly buffed Plasma Pistol. It's got a common shot damage buff of like 30% this patch. That feels really good in this game now, and also, as a result, you have way higher contested health recovery on those common shots, which is super strong in this game at the moment, and also the firepower version here has the highest gun strike damage of the relic tier options, just behind the heroic version. Now, for the perk tree, you actually have quite a few ways to set this up, because these days, the common shots are actually more ammo efficient, like for total damage for ammo use, than the charge shots are, though charge shots obviously have higher DPS. But that being said, I do build it a bit differently because of that, starting off with the perk here Plasma Collection and going to the perk here Rapid Cooling. But then we pick up Plasma Collection again, going to the perk here Blast Radius, Perpetual Velocity for that faster charge speed, down to the perk Plasma Collection. This is where like we take a bit of a change from like efficient charge, where I go for Blast Radius again into the perk here Retaliation and Divine Might, and that is pretty much all there is to this one. Though if you want like a little bit more of an ammo efficiency on your charge shots, you can definitely go here instead. But like, to be honest, I don't think it matters too much on this build, because in a lot of cases you will simply be gun striking. Now I will say, if you are not playing against Chaos, or like you're not playing with teammates, I would definitely take a heavy bolt pistol for Tyranids, because Tyranids are really annoying for like Zoanthropes and Neurothropes. That heavy bolt pistol, in my opinion, or like a Neo Volkite or standard bolt pistol, but like Plasma especially, the only place this gun really suffers is in that ammo economy, and also just like headshot damage, because there is no headshot multiplier on this thing. So stuff like Zoanthropes are a bit obnoxious. But, you know, that is up to you. That's pretty much all there is for the secondary. Now, for the Bulwark perk tree, you have a couple ways to set this up. So, number one, I take the perk here, Intimidating Aura first. A perfect time parry deals AoE damage in a 5-meter radius. The cooldown is 5 seconds. This will put out a ton of damage for free, especially on a fencing weapon, because you'll pretty much get an off cooldown trigger all the time. So, definitely pick this one up for like pure damage, though Conviction can be a better option for survivability sometimes, but that's up to you. Next perk here is Scramble Targeting. If you're surrounded by 5 or more enemies, you'll take 25% less damage from range attacks. This is a nice range damage reduction in this game. I think Scramble Targeting is way underrated, because being surrounded by 5 or more enemies happens all the time in Space Marine 2, so I usually always pick this up. Next perk here is Armor Reinforcement, non-finisher gun strikes for 1 armor segment. Now I will say, this perk works pretty well against both Chaos and Tyranids, but it definitely overperforms against Tyranids because they just feed you armor all the time. And if you're fighting Chaos and you feel like you're dying to range attacks, you can definitely pick up the perk up here, Seal Within instead, which says when your health is less than 50%, you take 30% less health damage. This perk is overall stronger than Armor Reinforcement, but Armor Reinforcement is definitely easier to use for like a lot of players. Next perk here is Focus Restoration. Every 30 seconds, all team members automatically restore 1 armor segment. This is just free armor for your entire team, and giving free armor to a class like Tactical or Tech Marine, but who are incredibly squishy at times in this game, is super valuable, so really strong option. If you want like a super easy time with like contested health management, you can definitely pick up Advanced Conditioning instead, because this one is better for newer players in my opinion. Next perk here is Purity of Purpose. The banner deals damage over time to enemies with area of effect. This is just a free shock nade around your banner. Purity of Purpose will wipe out Minoras for you entirely and do a ton of damage to Majoris, Extremis, and even bosses. A really powerful option and pretty free use. Next perk here is Invigorating Icon. When the banner is activated, all team members regain maximum contested health, but it recharges 50% slower. This is the go-to healing perk in Space Marine 2 pretty much. Being able to print HP off your banner is incredible in Space Marine 2, and this is definitely the best perk for new players and like one of the best perks in the entire game for margin for error, so definitely pick this up on this build. Next perk here is Merciless Resolve. After a Shield Bash, Shield Rush, or Thunder Hammer Pommel Smash, melee damage increases by 15%, and you do not destroy heavy hits and cannot be knocked back for 10 seconds. This perk is really nice for that no knockback, and having a damage buff here as well is pretty nice, though I will say, if you don't want to take this, you just want to take like Armor Advance for no knockback, you could definitely just pick up Rejuvenating Effect, or the perk down here, Inspiration, instead. Now, the next perk I take here is Defensive Mastery. A perfect time parry or block instantly incapacitates a Majoris or Extremis level enemy. The cooldown is 90 seconds. A 90-second cooldown on one-shotting an Extremis in a boss fight is invaluable at times. A really underrated perk, and also in Siege mode, sometimes this perk will come out to like stupid amounts of damage, because one-shotting a like wave 24 enemy with Defensive Mastery comes out to like multiple Melt-A-Bombs worth of damage. But that being said, this is not a build for Siege mode, and Defensive Mastery still performs very well in hard strats and operations, though a bit of an easier time could be found in Armor Advance, because this one just gives you back no knockback for using your armor at all pretty much, and you have armor regen all over the place on this build. And that's pretty much all there is for the main perk tree. Now for the prestige perk options, this one's pretty standard. You can either pick up the perk here Auxiliary Reload first for ammunition economy, or Resilience for more stim HP. That is up to you. Either way, I would always take Overcharge even on this weapon, because Overcharge is just that strong of a perk that the damage buff here is still worthwhile on a 50% reduction with Death's Grasp. And next perk here is Powerful Shot for range damage increase of 20%, and the final perk is Masterful Defense for ability charge being restored by 1% for every blocked range attack, because CDR in Space Marine 2 and really any horde shooter is just a top tier effect, and this one is one of the best found in this entire game. And that's pretty much all there is for this build, guys. The Heroic Power Fist is an amazing weapon for like most of the player base. I think this one's honestly super underrated, because the light attack damage here is very strong, and it's great for gun strikes, and it's also a ton of fun to use. So hopefully this guide helped you, and if you like content like this, subscribe for more. And if you want to watch me live to ask me questions about the game, or just come hang out, you can find me here on YouTube or on Twitch with a link in the video description, and also a link to my community Discord. I also want to say a special thank you to my channel members. Your guys' support has been incredible in this game, and I really appreciate that, because it does help me just, make content like this. And as always, thank you for watching. Take it easy. Bye. Did you open the Hennessy yet? No, guys. Despite what you may think, FCG is not enough of a degenerate to crack open a Hennessy at 12 p.m. Okay. Concentrate of pop is belief. The realities of FCG may shock you. It's 5 o'clock somewhere. I think a lot of people can sleep on how comfortable an office chair can be when compared to a gaming chair. Dude, gaming chairs are like almost all marketing. Office chairs or ergonomic chairs are objectively better for your back, first of all, and also they're about the same price in a lot of cases. Nothing degenerate is not that way. Degenerate, dude. Again, the realities of FTG may shock you. Is that a firepower rated fire plasma? This is firepower. Firepower. The reality of a Hennessy Coke at 12 PM sounds great. You guys are fucked up.
Stay alert.
Just do this, and then get all your... Okay. Why it's the easiest build, because all you gotta do is this. Repeat. Because like once you get an execute loop going like this, all you gotta do is just, oh, bang. Grab execute. Bang. Grab execute. Build genuinely plays itself. It also works on these little guys. Now we hit him like this. Well, it's just like the AFK villain it.
No Xenos monstrosity may escape the immediate threat. We have trampled a chittering parasite. Our banner awaits unfurled. You failed at ultimate.
Why do plasma guns probably seem to do double damage? Probably because neurothropes have been like that. I imagine it's a neurothrope bug. I'm also noticing that. And the neurothrope has been taken as historically taken double damage from other sources before, like Vanguard's thing. What to do with the AoE effect? Because the AoE kick with Shockwave on the Vanguard was double hitting the neurothrope before in his grapnel diving kick, so I imagine there might be a bug there. I always test it out in the battle arena.
through. Ammunition here. Equipment found.
FUG, how can we reliably aim the Power Fist power attack, knock airborne enemies out of the air? I'll have a Power Fist guide out in the next like month or so, but I'll have you know. All you have to do is just lock on for the most part. Is maintenance tomorrow? Yes, the 8th. Yeah, so we're gonna have a hotfix this week.
That silence tuning by the kit. Let us finish this. Xenos biomass on scope. Fire on those mines.
Cut this build.
Fireball has been shot.
This is the build I would tell my dad to play. All you gotta do is just hit the button and then hit the other button. They all die eventually. Putting the hotfix buffs to Bulwark Carbine sidearm, it probably will. They didn't do it last time, but I imagine they're taking a look at that. This one took a little bit longer for them to come out with. You play PvP or mostly co-op? I don't play PvP at all in this game. Only operations. PvP is a pretty dead game mode in Space Marine 2. Well, thank you for the cake grind video. No problem, Thick. No problem.
Ready to deploy.
They release a lot of content for operations. Yeah, operations is the only mode that really gets updates in this game. I mean, PvP kind of gets updates, but if we're talking, if you consider like one map an update, operations gets like brand new weapons, brand new classes, and then like whatever's left over from the operations, the fat piggy hippo pile of operations, is pathetically granted to the PvP as an afterthought. Which chapter is that? That's a great question. It's I made that shit up chapter.
fewer psychers these Xenos have, the better.
Fair enough.
That sight
It wasn't an Iron Hands color scheme. It's just on a Raven Guard outfit.
Captain Ackerman, we are closing in on the waste reclamation center now.
The hive ships are moving into range of the capillary towers. We are in Kadaku's final hours.
Yo, die hero live one from the degenerate homebrewer. What do you mean, dude? I actually genuinely pissed some people off in my homebrew comment. But I imagine the people I pissed off in my homebrew comment are also cringe. So when I said that like most homebrew chapters can be pretty cringe and feel a little like, you know, do not steal. It's Commander Donut Steal.
Where shall I plant this flag?
The Raven Hands, never heard of them. Oh, you have heard of them, God. They tell a single player campaign, but I stopped playing after. It's definitely worth picking up now. The game is way better than it was before.
There is no going back, brothers. It is too quiet. The system has been depowered.
Welcome, Ministers. System reset required. Initiate threat reawakening at all consoles to terminate termination. Spread out. Reactivate these consoles and we gain access to the fortress and its weapons.
Part of the penultimate founding. SUV to Space Marine Chapter V Marines Malevolent. Well, why Marines Malevolent? Explain yourself.
We have to awaken the other consoles before we can.
Established. Transmission of blessing has commenced. The Minister's presence is required during commuting.
Because you think salamanders are cringe? Salamanders aren't cringe. Salamanders are just overrated. Because you kill everything and more. Is that every Marine?
Communion with vessel complete.
Well, we rolling on Flesh Terror, right?
Accepted.
Not to be confused with the Flesh Eaters, of course, because they're very different. Like a butcher versus a consumer, you know? Salamander slanders heretic behavior. Okay, name me a more overrated chapter besides Black Templars and Salamanders. You say Blood Angel? I swear to God, you're going out of airlock.
Attention, Ministers. Communication with console halted. Biological impurity detected. Invasive material must be removed prior to resumption.
We need to find and remove this material so we can.
Black Templars are not overrated. Black Templars are pretty overrated. Like, I don't even think most people disagree with that. I think a lot of Black Templar fans disagree with that. They got cool drift.
Let us rectify this.
Space Wolves are overrated. Aren't Space Wolves overhated? No, that's a great video. What's the most overrated Space Marine chapter? I'm sure that will not at all make people salty. Number 1, Iron Warriors. Heretics. I never cheating by picking heretics. Iron Within, Iron Without. Did you guys know there's a direct correlation with loving trains and being an Iron Warrior fan? So the stripes are for.
That is no
Actually save ammo on this build too just by doing that shit. Post-Space Marine 2 fashions and overrated such underrated chapters. Get maximum YouTube views. Dude, this game's... I swear to God, Space Marine 2's community cares more about 40k as a franchise than they actually care about the game. There's a direct correlation between people who have huge wieners and people that like salamanders. Maybe there is, dude. We'll give him that one.
Blessings extended to the slumbering unit. Awakening has begun. Console has been reawakened. Functions restored. Raise the office higher. System restoration complete. Ground controls reset.
We activated the consoles. We must open the
Correct.
door.
Emperor protects, brothers. Alright guys, well tell me, what's your favorite chapter? Hit me with your pristine takes, chat. What do you guys actually like? You guys seen that 11th edition box set?
Entering the fortress now.
What's an image bad today?
Weapon system is next.
Mentors, baby? Oh, you're like Remembrancer. He loves mentors. Emperor's children? Okay, pal. Okay, bro. There's a reason Emperor's children don't have a joy toy. Even though they probably fit the name the most. Bulwark Angels versus Dark Angels. I like the Dark Angels. Death Guard. Alright, here's a question. What's the most overrated chapter, guys? We're gonna tier 1.
Keep going forward.
Ultra Smurfs? I don't think Ultra Smurfs are overrated. I think they're just...
Watch your footing. We slay hide. That silence the tyranny fire shit.
There's everywhere. I don't think people actually like them that much, though. I mean, they do, but like not as much as you'd expect.
That ready to deploy.
This might actually be the easiest build in Space Marine 2. Not just for Bulwark, like the entire game. Definitely for Tyranids.
Borrowed from last time.
All you have to do. Goofy.
Blast them out. Administering stimulus.
My ass. That was a little rude. That was a little rude. I'm not gonna lie. But what other class? So that's not even. See, that's a 30% HP coming in. We may have corner fucked ourselves a little bit there, but we have no damage reduction on this build. Keep that in mind. So like even when we just AFK brain rot, it's still effective. It's Bulwark, dude. That's what I mean. Like, what do we even have to do? We're just getting shot to shit. And they could do nothing. Like, that was probably like the worst case scenario for us, was like, alright, be pinned by a Carnifex and just in a corner with like 4 ranged enemies shooting us from his asshole. And we're just like, okay, I guess we just live. If you stack on Seal Within, you're like extra fine. With the pseudo Vanguard execution build, kinda. Tier of Twitch be like that? Yeah, man. Ads when Twitch turn drops are nuts. You're not wrong. You love Dark Krakens? Hell yeah, brother.
Waste nothing, brothers.
Overrated, maybe the Minotaurs? I hear more Minotaur slander than anything else. I don't even think people actually like that shit. Pretty confident.
Steel yourselves, brothers. They will not stop us from activating the cannons, Captain. Ammunition here.
Where shall I plant this flag?
Stand firm. We will not be intimidated, brothers.
It will fall to the Emperor's might. To the cannons!
Hey, shouts up Charles.
That silenced the Tyrian city.
You are near the last cannons. You will need to find the manual controls to operate them.
We have found the control console for the cannons, Captain Akaran. Door to the tower. We will not eliminate these Xenos without using the cannons. The cannons require synchronization with the servo star. cannons are useless.
Dude, why are there so many fucking snipers? This is actually obnoxious.
You failed at all. You will not eliminate these signals without the cannons require synchronization with the servo skull. Until we reset the servo skull, those cannons are you will not eliminate these signals without using the cannons.
Why is it sending so much shit at me, dude? I just want to go fucking kill the boss. This finale always takes forever, especially if you have like 15 snipers around you like we do with this fucker. Lovely. Minotaur Drip is sick. I still don't like their lore. Being lapdogs for a bunch of powerful losers and all. I mean, that's everyone was a lapdog for a powerful loser in 40k. Have the whole Imperium, right? Yeah, the highly anticipated ending is termination. Yeah, it's riveting. I love it. I'm loving every second of it.
Until we reset the servo skull, those cannons are useless.
Defensive cannons active. Targeting system non-function. Initializing secondary system.
Okay. I got this shit away from the like. Okay. I guess.
As you aim, the servers constantly aim target to the system. On the side.
More attacks like that, and this abomination will fall. The Tyranids cannot stand against the Hierophant attack.
Defense cannons depleted. Engage auxiliary generators to resume fire.
Isn't it possible to damage this boss with your guns? No. Not anymore. Not unless you not except for like the intro portion. You do like the intro portion. When he's crossing over the bridge, you can.
Brothers, it retaliates! I have activated the generator! We can fire the cannons!
All specimen fortress communication disrupted. Return to console reconnection.
Oh, this is riveting stuff.
Communion successful. Cannon targeting link enabled.
This thing is counts as one more complete for the operation, you know? One more bulwark complete. One more. Yeah.
Hierophant attacks! Defensive position! Keep clear of its foulness!
The supremacy of Ultra.
All specs ready. Aim with sight.
It retaliates! More attacks like that, and this abomination will fall. Mind your positions!
Love Gene Jane. What's up, Solus?
The Tyranids cannot stand against our attacks for long.
What is that, brother?
Press the attack! This monstrosity! The Hierophant engage the auxiliary generators and reawaken the cannons!
Yeah, we'll see what's in here. Sounds good.
Where's life done?
The cannons are depleted. Refill them with energy from the generators.
Give us the great
That was satisfying. Yeah, we hate the double lictor, don't we?
It retaliates. Generator is running. The cannons are ready.
Engage console to re-establish everything between the fortress and surface now. System link has been
What's good? What's up, Cozy Wings? Also, what's up, Real Tooth? How you guys doing? We're just finishing up this true solo termination. Finally.
Stop that target from running. Press forward. The Hierophant attacks.
There.
Defensive positions. Maintain the space between you and our enemy's assault.
Perfect.
Take the shot on those damn towers and unleash divine retribution.
Finally. God damn, it took forever. The end of termination always like sucks my soul out a little bit, not gonna lie. Now today, I'll tell you what's gonna be really soul sucking why we're doing the Horse Hennessy is because the only thing that will get us through the final portion of the Cape Grind will be alcohol consumption, of course. Some assault action, we can definitely do that. I'm gonna do a power sword build on that class.